Hi everyone. Today I'm going to introduce a very wonderful lady. She's an expert coach and she is also into emotional healing. She is also into health healing. So I would like to introduce Karen. So Karen, my name is Vishakha. I am from India. I am an astrologer, numerologist. So over to you, Karen.
Thank you for the introduction. Yes, my name is Karin Bayrisch and I'm into health and sexuality and trauma and pain and whatever is disliked at human beings. Where are you? You're gone.
I'm here. No, I'm here only. I'm not gone. Don't worry.
Okay, okay.
I'm here only.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can continue. I'm listening.
And I'm supporting people with their normal human problems to
Oh,
to to
that's
get
that's
to get
nice.
along with them, and sometimes they can even get away with them.
Oh, that's very wonderful. That's wonderful about it. So, I have few questions for you, Karen. What do you think when you interact with a human being? What is the major problem which a human being suffer, and how do you solve their problem?
Well, I think everybody has a different major problem,
Yeah,
and most of the time the problem this person thinks of is not the source of the problem. And it's not easy to say we have a general problem. If you say a general problem, well, we are all here on earth to learn. And everybody has another field of learning, and therefore you can't really compare everyone. Everybody is unique. Even if we are all connected, everybody is unique and has their unique way of going uh, into something. And um, it's not so, I wouldn't say there is a general problem that everybody has.
okay, yeah, that's a very wonderful answer, Karen. I too totally understand that everyone has a different problem.
Yeah,
But since you are expert in this field, people don't talk about problem related to physical problem between husband and wife.
yeah,
So how do you solve their problem, which is very important because nowadays people get separate very easily.
yeah.
So how do you solve those sensitive problems?
Well, actually, I don't solve the problem. It's I just can see the disbalance in a relationship. I can see how they interact and the disbalance, and I can tell about. I can say I see this and I see that, and if you come together, it will have this quarrel. I can tell about, but I don't solve it. And when
So you guide them, you give them guidance,
I give them what?
guidance, guidance. You give them
Yeah,
guidance.
I give guidance, you could say, but I could say I explain them how I see their situation, and I give them some ideas how to interact different. Sometimes it's very easy, um, especially we here in Germany. We are not so connected to our ancestors as you are in India. and
Exactly, exactly.
and
Yeah.
a lot of problems people in relationship have, they come because they are not connected of their to their ancestors, the parents,
Wow.
the grandparents, and if I tell them you have a disbalanced connection to your dad, you to your mom, to your grandpa, and they can't deny. And if I tell them that might be the main problem, because and both of them, they are not connected to their ancestors. And when I tell them correctly and they understand, sometimes it's not so difficult to solve from the head, but then you have to train a different habit. But I know this is
Wow, wow.
the main problem here in Germany and in the States as well. They are disconnected from their ancestors, and it's a big problem in relationships.
Exactly, exactly. So even in India, Karen, because even I'm into Reiki healing and I'm an astrologer and a numerologist. So even in India, I've always seen such problem between husband and wife. It arises because they are not staying with their mother-in-law and father-in-law. So you are perfectly right, you know. So when you're not connected with the ancestor,
Yeah,
you're not connected with your mother and father, you're not with them, problem comes in.
yeah.
That's a perfect answer. And I'm sure the viewers who are watching our interview, they'll get this thing from you. So thank you so much for answering this because this is the major issue which has been there all over the world.
Well,
So
not
I would
not.
like to
I wouldn't say all over the world, especially in the modern societies. You know.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Yes, yes, Kevin, you're right. So, what do you think? What advice would you give to today's modern people so that they can be emotionally happy? Because in today's life, everyone goes through emotional blockages. Everyone, because we are human beings, we have a soul, we have a heart, we have lots of emotion. And the only problem which I see when I heal people that people don't come out, they don't come out of their past experience. So, what is your experience when you deal with such clients
Well,
for
there are
emotional
many.
blockages?
I would say there are many aspects you should consider. First of all, you should not everything believe what you think. You know, what you think, what your head is thinking, you shouldn't believe it. And most of the time, it's not even your own thought. You know. And the second is everything you feel, you shouldn't take it too how do you say, too serious, because your feelings, they come and go, and most of your feelings are even not your own. You know, you're
Yeah, someone says you.
you're connected with
Exactly.
you're connected with everyone in your environment, and even you're connected with everybody on earth. And if you feel something, it's very rare that's your own feeling. You most of the time you feel from somebody else, you know. And therefore, don't take it too serious what you feel and what you think, you know. That's the first thing i would I would recommend. And
So you,
moreover, I would say at the moment we have about four cardinal anxieties. Everybody is somehow connected, you know. There is the first anxiety is you fear to get sick, you know, because of this actual disease. You get sick is the first. The second anxiety is you are very fearful about the vaccines, you know. Fear of
exactly,
vaccine is the
exactly.
second. And the third is you are very fearful because you think we will have no freedom. You will be repressed, and dictatorship, and the military will come and will put you in your room, you know. It's the third one. And the fourth fear is you lose all your money and you will be poor.
That's the most important fear.
And that is the fear. That's the four fear.
First
And
fear,
what every
exactly,
other fear
exactly.
comes underneath, you know. And if you feel
Rightly
it,
said.
and if you feel this fear, just feel it and enjoy the intensity, and don't think about. You just feel it, you know. It's kind of nice to feel I'm so poor. I have to live in the street. It's very intense, the life, you know. If you live a
Yeah,
life,
yeah.
if you live a life on the street, it's more intense than sitting in a palace, you know. And just feel the fear until it's gone. And if somebody else has a different kind of fear, take this person serious. This person fear is as valuable as your own. It's not one fear less and the other higher. It's normal. We are all
Wow.
attacked by fear, you know. Well, that's at the moment what I would recommend.
Kiran, I love your statement when you said that we need to respect you need to value everyone, and you need to respect everyone's fear, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that is very important. And most of the people, they don't do it. They just think their fear is valuable, other one is not valuable. So when I hear something like this from you, I think when you respect each other, when you respect emotion, when you respect feeling, I think problem goes away. What is your view on this, Karen? What do you think?
I didn't understand your question. Would you like to
So my
repeat?
question, yeah, my question, my question is, as you rightly and beautifully narrated, that when you understand and value other people's fear, anxiety, okay, then this problem goes away, right? I mean, you also understand other. So my question to you is that I am a human being, you are human being, the world is with different soul. So do you think this is my way of thinking, and I would like to get from an expert advice from you. Do you think, Karen, if you respect other people value, if you treat them the way you treat yourself, everything goes away. What is your opinion on that?
Well, it's as everybody is a human being and has a lot of problems, it's not easy to respect and to value another person if you don't value yourself, you know. You have to respect and to value yourself in order to feel and to see value for others. And almost everybody can't value and respect themselves 100%. It's not, almost nobody is able to. And therefore we have this problem, and we will have it some longer time, I think.
So, how is your healing session? How you heal it? So, if someone wants to come
Well,
to you, how you do it? How do you practice it?
actually, I'm not a healer. I just
Okay.
I just show the other person that this person is the healer of themselves, you know. And I can,
Wow.
yeah, everybody is the healer of themselves. Nobody is healing somebody else, because you have to be, you have to want, you have to you have to want to be healed. Or actually, I even think nobody is has to be healed. They just have to drop all the stuff they don't need most of the time in their heads, you know. And if this stuff is dropped, then you are free.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really beautiful. So, you have people coming to you from Germany or all over the world
Well,
because you're a coach,
most of
right?
them, they are coming from Germany, but of course, everybody from all over the world can contact me, and we can have a session by Zoom. And
Okay, okay.
I'm not a
So,
healer. I'm not a healer. I'm a coach
yeah,
and
yeah, I
a
understand. You
guidance.
are a
Yeah,
coach.
yeah,
Yeah, you're a
yeah,
coach and you give guidance.
yeah.
Yeah. So, what is your guidance for people who are suffering from pandemic of COVID-19? Because still people, they're having a lot of issue. They fear a lot. And what is your piece of advice? What you will tell them? Because people are having a lot of health issues these days, and they don't come up because in India I have seen that people, they will not go to doctor if they have a health issue. They think they will be COVID positive. They have lots of fear inside their heart,
Yeah.
and what is your advice, because you are a expert in this subject, and like how can they take care of their emotions, how can they be positive? What do you think,
Well,
and
if
what do you suggest?
I'm not sure if I understood it correctly. did you ask what I recommend if somebody has fear
Exactly,
because of
exactly, exactly.
a health issue or a special health issue?
A special health issue.
Which one?
This pandemic of COVID-19,
Ah, this pandemic. Oh,
corona
well,
disease.
this is this is now worldwide, and almost everybody is
Exactly.
involved in this. And I just told it's because of these four cardinal fear aspects. And what I would recommend is well, if you have something what you like to do, you know, you like to paint, you like to sing, you like to swim, I don't know, like to write, just do it every day. Do something what you really like to do, because during the time you do something you really love, you won't have fear, you know. You just feel okay. And moreover, I help the people to confront.
And
I guide the people
okay,
to 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 confront themselves with this special fear, and I go into it. That I say, for example, I say, feel this fear to get sick, and feel how your body will fade away, and just go into it and feel it, and breathe and feel and breathe and feel, and after a while it could become less the fear. And what also helps is if you every time, every day, you do some practice, for example, 2 3 minutes, you watch your breath. You inhale, you exhale, and while you watch your breath, you're free from fear, you know. And you can do this all in between, all the time, maybe for a few seconds when you stand in line in the supermarket. You can just watch your breathe, your breath, and you are a few seconds free of fear. And you could extend this. And of course, I watch, or this person has this fear not because of the situation now. The fear was before, but now it's more up, you know. And this time, I
okay,
think
okay.
this time is very good because almost nobody can suppress their fear, and almost everybody can feel it every day or very often, and it's nothing new. It was always there, but because of the situation, all the root fear comes up, and it's very good that the fear comes up, and it will be felt, and if you feel it for a moment, it can go away.
Okay, you mean to say first you need to have an intense feeling of fear, and then you have to say that let it go. Am I right? Am
You
I
don't
with
have
you?
to
Are
say,
we on?
you don't have to say go away. You just feel it until your whole body is full of this fear. Every single cell in your body feels this fear, and you breathe. While you breathe, you feel just the intensity. You feel fear is a word. It's but if you feel it, the fear, it's a kind of intensity. Maybe it's only in your chest, maybe in your stomach. I just ask where you feel it, and I help this person to extend this feeling, this intense feeling, extend it, expand it, extend it, and it changes. You know, it's changed. Fear is just a judgment, and if you leave the judgment away, it's just intensity. And we have a time what is very intense, you know.
Good, good. Something very new.
But it's
I
very,
really like
but
the way
it's
you said
very,
it.
very particular and very individual. And not everybody gets the same teaching and treatment. You know, I have to find out how is this person um, everybody is different, but it's just the general thing I can talk about.
Uh, that's the yeah, I understand. You're giving a general opinion. So my next question to you is, Kevin, uh, what do you think? How you can make your mind powerful? Human mind is very powerful, and since you are experts, so what are the guidelines, or what are the recommendation, or what are the suggestions which you can give to all the viewers who are watching our interview? How you can make your mind positive? That is very important.
That sounds very easy when I tell it, but it's very difficult.
Okay,
If you
okay.
want,
I'm eagerly waiting to hear that.
if you want to have your mind, your mental field very powerful, you have to go into silence. You have to practice silence in your head. You have to, if you can switch off your thoughts like this, and you are empty for 2, 3, 4 hours, then you get very mighty. But almost nobody can switch off their thoughts. But if you are able to do this, then you get very mighty, very powerful in your mental field. I know that.
So this is difficult, right?
This is the,
This is difficult. According to you, people cannot do this easily. They can't switch their thoughts.
well, almost nobody can do it. And then you have to practice something. I don't know what. Somebody um, needs, for example, meditation every day, let's say a few minutes or a half an hour. Somebody else needs to do something else. I just have to find out with this person together. You can come there. If you do, if you are a singer, if you like to sing, while you sing a song, your mind is really free. If you are a painter and you are so keen on painting, while you are painting, you are into this picture, into the colors. You can even smell the colors, and your mind is free of everything. Just you are in the moment. I just have to find out what is the best thing that this person can get silent in their head.
Yeah, so according to you, it's the instrument you can relate with a person,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that
yeah,
differs.
yeah.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful explanation. I
And so
love that.
this is the one thing with the silence, and the other one, that's the masculine way with the silence, and the feminine way is to open your heart. That's the feminine way. You
So how
open
you
your
open your
heart.
heart? Like you just say that or feel and intense it? How you do that feminine way?
Well, if your heart is extensively open, you you have no judgment at all.
Yeah, right,
If
right,
you
right.
if your children come in, you just cleaned the whole house, and the children come in and they're very dirty, and they jump, and you just love them because they say, oh, that's not okay, but you leave your heart open, and you're not hateful because they destroy the whole house. If your husband comes at home, and he has some blonde hair on his jacket, you are not jealous, and you say you are a bastard. You say, wow, maybe that's life. It's not easy to have the heart
Yeah,
open all the time, but that's the way you get very mighty. If you are in a subway and there is a person with a knife, and wants to threaten someone, you open your heart and you breathe, and in your mind, in your feelings, you embrace this guy with his knife. And if your heart is really open, then this guy drops his knife, because your open heart will solve all the aggression in this person, You're very mighty if
So
your heart is very open.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
So when your heart is open and you have that purity
yeah,
of love, purity of acceptance,
yeah,
because see, I believe in healing because I have healed a lot of people. So even in Reiki is a Japanese healing technique.
yeah,
We believe in one thing that if you accept any situation, things become normal. And if you don't accept, if you always try to push, things go away.
yeah,
So first
yeah,
is you need to accept the person, you need to accept the circumstances,
yeah,
and then work for it.
yeah,
Am I right, Karen?
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, I
you're
would
right.
like to.
You're perfectly right. Yeah.
Yeah. And I have something interesting to ask you. I've seen your profile. You're always with the water element. I've seen beautiful lakes, lot of water. Always there's some picture or video of water. So I think you're connected with water.
Yeah.
So I want to understand. You like water a lot. I mean, I've seen your video. You're either going to a sea or you're either going to a lake, and you're actually feeling and enjoying that every moment. So what do you think? What I think you love a water. You get connected with water a lot, right?
Yes, but I'm also very connected with the mountains. I live near the mountains, and I'm
Oh
very,
wow.
yeah, I live near the Alps in Germany. I love to hike in the Alps, and I love to go swimming even in winter, outside. I love the water every time, and I also love,
Yeah, I've seen that.
mm, and I,
I've seen in your profile. You're always with water.
yeah,
You love, yeah, and that's so beautiful. And you're
and
actually enjoying that.
yeah. And actually, it's something else, I go swimming in winter in the icy water because
Really?
yeah, yeah, I can sit in ice water, in winter.
Oh, you
And
don't get those goosebumps
I don't get
in
what?
ice water?
Huh?
That goosebumps in your skin, you get a
It
goosebump.
is you get very excited, It's something like there are so many how do you say, adrenaline and serotonin, all this puts in your body and you feel like on a trip, it's and it
So,
it prevents you from depression, you don't get depressed if you go in cold water.
yeah, perfectly right. So you feel very cool and you feel very soothing if you're in water, inside also.
If you come out of the water, of the cold water, you feel very hot,
Yeah.
you feel
You
totally
want to be in cold water all the time to feel cool, which is not possible. So, yeah, if someone wants to connect with you, so how that person can connect or how you would give the consultations. So, if someone wants to understand how you do the session normally.
Well, I do the session by Zoom, if somebody wants to have a Zoom session, but I also do it just on the telephone, just a phone call. Or if somebody wants to come to Munich and we take a walk along the river, and we can do a session while walking along the river, you know.
Wow.
We can even do a session by walking in the mountains, for a few
Okay.
hours.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
nature blessing. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So when I come to Germany, which places you will take me?
What did you say when you come to Germany? What did you ask?
Where you will take me? I love water. So which are the places you're going to take me if I
Well,
come to Germany?
we start walk along the Isar. It's a very beautiful river. Just today I was walking there, and I think you would
Really?
love it. Yeah. And you can even
Yeah,
take
I
your
would love
shoes.
it.
You can take your shoes off and can try with your feet if you like the cold, and you can see some fish in there, and there are lots of ducks and swans, and it's pretty there. We can take a
Yeah,
walk along the Isar.
that's wonderful. So when I come to Germany, I'll certainly come and we'll have a walk there in Isa. I'm
Yeah,
excited already.
wow. And you can take
Yeah.
your shoes off. We can walk in the Isar Auen. There is a meadow. There's always meadows. You can walk with your feet in the grass, and it's pretty.
Yeah, it's tasty. Kaylin, one more thing, a very important question I want to ask you. So, does food, the kind of food we eat or we consume, does it affect our emotional or our nervous system? What is your opinion on that?
The food we eat
Yeah.
is not,
The
yeah,
kind of food we eat. Yeah.
the kind of food we eat um, has less power as we think, because
Okay.
I
Okay.
have made experience by myself. Um, I met a doctor. He said, "Oh, it's about 15 years ago. I was smoking a lot and I was drinking alcohol and I ate a lot of sweets and I ate a lot of junk food, as he said. And this
Okay.
doctor said, "Oh, you are so sour. Your system. You must be very sour." And he has a test machine and he said, "I will test you." And I said, "I will not be sour. I know." And he tested me because I was in this time. I had a good mood. Most of the time I was in a really good mood. And he tested, and he said, "I can't believe it. You are not sour at all, and you eat all this stuff. You must be sour." And I said, "It's the mind. If you eat stuff, everybody says it's not healthy, but you are in love with it. You love it, and you're in a good mood, then you will be, and the food will really nourish you. But if you buy, let's say, carrots from the organic shop, and you take it home and you make a dish and you are full of anger and rage and you cook this dish with this organic carrot, it will be really poisoned because of your mood. With your mood, you can destroy the food, and with your mood, you can destroy food to make into healing food. Therefore, in the Asian monasteries, nobody is allowed to work in the kitchen what is not clear in the emotion and in the mental field, because if they are not, they will poison the whole monastery stuff.
Oh,
That what
that's
you
very interesting.
that what you
Was that a regular practice? That's really nice.
And
Was that a
I always, when well, the restaurants now have closed. But before, when I go to a restaurant, I just watch the people in the kitchen. How are they? How is their mood? And I will tell you, the Indians and the Asians, they have the best mood to prepare food, because
yeah,
they know this by heart. If you cook, you have to be in love with this. you know you cook for Krishna or for Shiva or what. But here in the western part, they are not, and the kitchen staff is very bad mooded because they are not appreciated.
I totally respect that. And even in my home in India, my mother, she is a very good cook.
I believe
And
you. Yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah.
when she cooks, she tells me that if you're not in a good mood, don't enter the kitchen because your
Yeah,
aura,
she
yeah,
knows it. She knows it.
she knows it. She's like, I am
She
cooking this
knows
food
it.
for my family. And if something goes wrong with you when you work, please don't enter the kitchen. She tells to every one of us. And she's given this habit to me also. Whenever you cook food, whatever happened with your husband, whatever happened with your in-laws, take that aside. Okay? Just
Yeah.
go for a walk, come happy mood, and then cook. So that's the reason I thought, maybe I'll ask this question to you
That's
because
so
you're
great,
expert.
Almost nobody knows this here. Your mother is
Yes,
so wise. She's so
my
wise.
mother. Yeah. She's
Yeah.
very wise.
And
Even
I
she
know,
tells me this thing. I want to ask this to you. Whenever you go to sleep now, even if you have a single thing in your heart about anyone, just talk to that person, say sorry, and then sleep. Don't carry for the next day.
yeah,
She tells me this every night
very nice.
and sleep in a happy mind.
That's so great.
Yeah, she tells me that.
It's
And
so
she
great.
says, and she has taught me one gratitude exercise. I'm sure you must be knowing this. She says that you should be thankful to God because you have something. God has given everything which is free. So don't try to compare yourself with anyone. You are the way, you are unique, and the other person is unique. So
Yeah,
be thankful. When you thanks to God, when you thanks to universe, you get it double. And when you always criticize, you don't get it anything. So she will always pray every day when she eats food. She'll always pray to the food and then she will eat.
that's
So she
so
does it every
great.
day.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
And
that's
she'll
what,
say thank you
yeah,
for everything. Like every day she prays. In India, we have a temple inside our house, a small temple we built inside our
yeah,
house. So my mother, she will get up in the morning, she will take bath, and the first thing she does it, she'll pray to God.
yeah,
The small statue of Lord Krishna, Shiva. She'll pray to God. She'll say, thank you that I am alive today. Thank you, my family is alive. And she'll offer something. And she
yeah,
she gives this gratitude in the evening, in the morning.
yeah,
And I'm so happy, because this is the way I'm been and brought up, and it has really helped me.
yeah.
So what do you think? These are the right technique, right?
That's
What do you
that's
think?
perfect. That's really perfect.
Wow.
That's so great. I know not everybody has a God, and well, you should, even if you don't, many people, they don't think God exists, but then at least pray to the sun, pray to the moon, to anything. It will
Yes,
help you
lovely.
more. Huh? Yeah,
Lovely. You
yeah,
have to pray to sun. It gives you light every day
yeah,
without any money.
yeah,
Sun gives you light every day without asking for it. And you're not even
yeah,
thanking. I
yeah,
love that, Karen. You're right. Pray to sun, pray to moon, pray to
yeah,
plants, pray to trees, pray to
yeah.
water.
Well, it's
That's so
it's
good.
for many people it's very difficult, and my experience is, if you are um, around someone who appreciates life like you and your mom, it's sometimes easier for them to follow, but if you are
Yes.
surrounded with people nobody appreciates anything, it's very hard to appreciate, it's
Exactly. You become like that.
yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That energy is very important. Exactly.
The surrounding is pretty supporting, if you don't have this environment it could be difficult. And then I can offer to make every morning a few minutes with this person to shift his frequency, that he can go through the day if he has no friend or calling, what is helpful, it is
Yeah.
possible.
I was very happy when I heard about Indian Lord's name from your mouth. You talk about Lord Shiva. So
Yeah,
I'm happy that people in Germany also understand and
yeah,
offer prayer to Lord Shiva. That is so good. That is
yeah,
so good.
yeah.
So have you been to India, Kiran,
Yeah,
ever?
yeah. I've been to India. I was in Mumbai. I was only one day, but then we went to Gujarati, Gujarat, Nadiad,
Gujarat. Yeah, it's called
with my
Gujarat.
son.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
were we have been there in a Ayurvedic treatment, in a hospital. It was really nice. Well, it was not so nice for my son, but I loved it a lot. We had so beautiful experience there. It's I love India. One day I will come back after this.
You come to my home. I stay in Mumbai.
Oh yeah,
So Mumbai is a very beautiful city.
yeah,
You have a lot of lake, you have water, mountains.
yeah,
Yeah. So if you come to Mumbai, I will show you temples around Mumbai. There are beautiful
yeah.
temples.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Lord Shiva temple. If you like
Yeah,
Lord Shiva, so
very
we
nice.
have a self-originated Shiva temple also. Like there is a linga which
Yeah,
we pray to Shiva in
yeah,
form of linga. So linga is
yeah,
nothing but it's a yeah. You know linga, right? Shiv
yeah, yeah. I
linga.
like Lingam. Yeah, Yoni and
Yeah, yeah,
Lingam. Yeah,
lingam.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So that is a energy of a male and a female actually.
yeah, yeah,
That's a creation process.
yeah,
So when you come to Mumbai, I will take you,
yeah,
where there are places in Mumbai where Shivlinga comes from within. You don't have to make it. And it is so powerful that you go with a clean heart and you see,
yeah.
you sense that energy.
I believe you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do
So
you
when you,
go through Mumbai by bicycle, by motorbike or by car? Do you drive
yeah,
there?
yeah. So I drive cars and I also have a bike,
A motorbike.
motorbike. Yes, it
And
is fun to drive with motorbike.
I think it's so I have never seen this, the people how they everybody knows how the flow goes, and
Yeah,
and
yeah,
to
yeah.
go in the
In
traffic,
Mumbai,
it's everybody is in
fun.
the traffic like this, but everybody is in meditation too.
Yeah,
And everybody has this
yes,
and
yes.
everybody has this Ganesha in front of the car, and it
Yeah,
goes
yeah, yeah.
just like a river flows. It's so
Yeah, yeah,
exciting to
yeah.
drive
It's
in
so
Mumbai.
exciting. You've been to you've seen Mumbai since you stayed
Oh,
here
I
or
loved it. When
yeah,
even the smell, the smell, sometimes it smell pretty strong, but I loved it. I even loved the strong smell.
it's amazing,
It's so
right?
it's so full of life. It's so
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
lifeful. This is so pretty, yeah. I loved it a lot.
Yeah, so whenever you plan to come here, maybe very soon next year, or whenever you have work here, you're welcome. I'll take you around.
Thank you
And
very
I would
much.
also love, yeah, yeah, yeah. When I come to Germany, I would love to see those water places where I've seen your Facebook profile and it's always been those beautiful river you're around. And the water of the river is so clean.
Yeah, it's pretty clean.
I actually see that video, those videos again
Yeah.
and again.
You can
And it's
almost
flowing
drink
from
it.
a,
You can almost drink the
yeah,
water from the tap from the river. It's so clean here.
yeah, it's so clean and
Yeah.
it's so pure.
Yeah, yeah.
And I would love to come there and I would love to, understand how beautiful Germany is.
How nice.
So thank you so much, Karen. I really liked uh, interacting with you today. You
Yeah,
gave us an insight of all the beautiful topics, which is very important in this COVID-19 situation for every one
yeah,
of us.
yeah.
And we will do certain interviews like this in coming week or coming month. We will choose topics and we will do some interviews. What do you say, Karen? What is your opinion on this?
Um, what did you ask if we should do some more interviews?
I'm asking. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll do some more interview in coming
Yeah,
month
yeah,
or
we
in
can
coming
do
week.
this. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we can do this. Yeah, we can interact it over some topics, so that everyone
Yeah,
gets help. Yeah, and
we
it
will.
would be more interactive route.
That's a good idea. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thank you
So
very much,
thank you for
Vishakha.
giving me Vishakha total.
Vishakha.
Vishakha, yes, this time you're right.
Vishakha. Vishakha. Thank you very much.
I'm so happy that I met you. I think we had an interview in the month of January, and this is the second interview, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm so happy
Thank
that I took your interview. Thank you, God, for giving me an opportunity to took your interview.
Okay.
And we'll have certain couple of interviews. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Mwah.
Thank you.
Bye,
Namaste.
Vishakha. Bye.
Okay, bye.